Um, Hello. I'm sorry that the video quality is a bit worse here, but that's the way it is. And sorry for extra noise. My brother's going to do it up. But there's one thing I'm not sorry for, and that is the fact that all of us have a weak point. Yes, every one of us has a weak point and a strong point. They mostly say, "Well, focus on your best part. Oh, be the best." But is focusing on like the strongest part really worth it? Is it questionable that the strongest parts, that you're not focusing on the weaker ones? Okay, let's say for example that, well, you're good at lying to your colleagues and saying that, well, I'm hardworking, and you're trying to prove them in several ways. That's what your strength maybe is. It's just an example, but your weak point is actually doing the work. So now to simple thinking that the weak point you should focus at. There are many more examples that can, well, prove my point wrong, but this one's to make you change, and you have to. And if you really do have a, well, strong point, focus on the weak one. Breathe in, breathe out. Now, do you notice something? Let me know in the comments below. But do you notice something? Let me not tell you. I'll just say in the comments. But seriously, well, it's the air we breathe. You can see comments about it, but it's the air we breathe. Now, we are lucky that we have life of the air we breathe, the oceans that we see with our eyes, and what we despise. So, it's no wonder that some of us are grateful while others are not. Let's take another example. It's being about gratefulness. When you're out in the streets and your family says, "Look at the people here," or your or any of your relatives or friends, anyone that can be trusted, some sorts. And then you look at them, and then you realize, they have ragged clothes, broken teeth, and financial problems. Most people consider this as normal in the streets. Don't just focus on the street. Focus on how they're living. And just ask yourself, wow, I do not face these problems. It's really stressing to face such problems in our society. Yes, I know it can hurt sometimes, but that's life. And just say to yourself that they didn't deserve this, but also focus on. Let me present you a story. Once upon a time, there was a kid, and then there was a championship that was held. And that championship was between several other kids, probably 7. Now, when he won, an old man saw him, but he didn't notice the old man until he went to him after he won. And the little boy said, "Hello." And the old man said the same thing as the kid said. hello. And the kid asked, how are you doing? And the old man said, I'm fine. And the kid asked, did you like of how I raced and how I won? And the old man said, yes, I agree. I really do agree. Now, keep in mind that the old man was impressed of his efforts, but he didn't focus on that only. He focused on how long he was going to keep this up with his pride. So the old man said, there'll be another race, and I'll hope you win or continue on without the pride you carry yourself. But the little kid said, what? Pride? I am very I am very loyal. I'm going to win this race. And, well, he did the same thing. The old man was shocked, but he said to the spectators, the recorders, everybody that, what about a race with old people? That is him. Now, the spectators knew that the young kid will win. But the old man said, well, walk along with the old people who are going to race you at their pace. And then he walked for a long time. He felt to defeat them, but he had to do the following command. And he did it. He went along with them. He didn't win nor lose. It was a tie. And the old man said, did you realize your lesson? And the boy said no. And the old man said, this this is the lesson that you might have a good time when you're young, but when you're older, well, things can start to change. So don't take for granted that you're too young to do this or that. Just know until you're older to do so. But still do not carry the pride of you being young and doing the things that a kid being allowed to do. It's all about age. But let me keep this in mind and let you, the viewer, keep this in mind too. Age is just a number, but you still have to care about what someone's going through. Yes, that is an actual story. You can find it on thattodomotivation.com somewhere over that. It's called The Old Man and the Boy. I'm not sure if it was like boy or young boy. But keep this in mind. You are the best. And the people in the streets, let me take back to a few minutes ago of this video, that the people of the streets, as I said, well, I know it's very sad and depressing to see them in the streets. But note to self, it's all going to be okay with you. Because the only thing that's going to make you okay is you, yourself. If you start believing that you can do this and that. Now, no effort, no results. And no believing, no success. Let me tell you, success is in different ways, and don't judge someone over success. If it's going to like save the environment or bring financial wealth, that's commonly obvious. But for a thing, well, let me say that don't judge someone of their own success. And this is about to be over. But the only thing that's not going to be over is hitting that bell and subscribing over there and saying your comments. Now, this is just an early video of what I said sorry to in my channel. But I'm building a new one. If you remember from the old one, well, most of you don't remember because you don't know who I am Jayden Chege, or GNC. Well, I don't mostly say it like that, but my nickname is J. I am 10 years old and I'm in grade 4. I live in a school called Wankan. And most importantly, I have a brother called Dalvin Kairoki Jege. He is 8 years old because his birthday was only weeks ago. But once he was 7, and he was in like grade 2, and he still is. But due to the coronavirus pandemic, everything has went to a downfall. But it's not for Davian's education, because nothing can stop education. Because it's what's in the modern day, like today, that makes you choose your life, like ahead of it. Well, for example, you see when humans, when they were little kids, they used to like be married at a young age in our culture at Africa to very old men, young ones. But as he progressed, well, it's not like that anymore because of education. Education is the key to success. That's what the other classes want. That's what the other classes, grade 4 delegates of ours, because they're two separate classes, grade 4 digital, grade 4 delegates. The grade 4 delegates say a motto that education is the key to success. I've been having a struggle in school. I've been always saying to my mind that destroy, that stuff, but I learned to keep it cool. And on Zoom meetings, I really miss my friend. I wanted to see them in real life. If you're watching this currently right now, just let me know. I have a channel called Jayden the Motivator. I've did some really cool things too, including with the motivator, with one video of music. And I'm not gonna wear the old clothes I used to, like literally 2 videos of that show. But seriously, look at me and say to yourself, I can do this. Say it. Repeat after this. I can do this. You are a believer of yourself. And no matter what, justice will be my defender. And that justice will come from my belief, eventually leading to success. And as for my enemies, let them be blessed, but do not focus on them. Pray for them good luck, and most importantly, have a good time in your life with success. Now, this video is almost getting way too long. It's like almost 15 minutes, and the quiet time of my video is up to 15 minutes. Otherwise, if it's over that, well, it can't simply be released. And keep this in mind, not to self, but I really haven't made a YouTube channel right now. I did once, but not in this computer I'm using, but for my dad's work. So, this is our introduction. And as I said in the previous channel of mine, that, well, it's all going to be okay, and we inform future kids to be very successful. Not just kids, but adults. But we'll be remembering them to hit the